And good afternoon. This is Cityscapes. I'm your host, Steve Scrapper Brown. And this is something that we do every first and third Wednesday of the month from 1 to 2 p.m. right here on Jazz City Radio. Today, we have a lady with a great story and making her way through our community and mentoring young ladies from 9 to 13 years old. Her name is Regina Warren, and she is the founder of Beauties Incorporated, a nonprofit. And good afternoon, Regina. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing really well, thank you.
So, we met, we talked at a Martin Luther King Jr. breakfast, and I heard that you were the keynote speaker, and I heard your story, and I thought she would be perfect for our first Cityscapes of the year. So, Regina, why don't you tell us all about your story and Beauties Incorporated?
Yes. So my story starts pretty similar to a lot of others, but I think it's a little special to me. Coming from 42nd and Post here in Indianapolis, Indiana, and really just understanding my surroundings and not letting my environment influence me. And that really motivated me to make different decisions and choices than some of my peers. And I love my peers. I love everything about who we stand for as people. However, I think that it took those choices to stand out and say, hey, against peer pressure, against any other environmental changes and circumstances, I can be different. And so with Beauties Incorporated, I took that passion, I took those choices, and I decided to create Beauties Incorporated. And basically it stands for cultivating young ladies, realizing their true gifts within inside them, and just basically letting it grow and let it shine out. We celebrate God's gift in young ladies.
I see. So, tell us. I heard your story, and that is the whole thing about this and Beauties Incorporated. This is the whole thing about Beauties Incorporated. So, with that in mind, you wear many hats. Let's just talk a little bit more about Beauties Incorporated. I want to go to the last page of your bio here that you sent us.
Okay.
And it says, "I pride myself as a professional
Right.
who has." Let me just pull it out like this and do it like this. "I pride myself as a professional who has deep roots into my faith of Jesus Christ and a believer that God has made me awesome.
Right.
I am a believer. I am an actress. I am a model. I am an entrepreneur. I am a creative artist. I am a soldier. I am a soror. I am a motivator. I am a wife. I am a mother. And I am a child of God." So, you got all these hats. How do you maintain? And we're going to get back to that in just a moment.
Okay.
So, why in your and I like, once again, we're going to go back to your bio because this is very interesting. This is great, and I'm doing this to show what you can accomplish if you put your mind to it. Now, we're going to talk. Let's talk about education. Let's talk about education.
Yes.
Tell me about your education.
So IPS system, I grew up in that. From elementary forward to Arlington High School. And there's a game this weekend I'm going to. It's for my Arlington Knights against Round Ripple. I know there's some situations there. Yes,
old rivalry.
And so, and I just grew up in the ranks there. I think by the time that it was time for me to go to college, I didn't know if I was smart enough to go to college. So it took other community, it takes a village, that said, hey, something that I may not have seen in myself as a gift, which is why Beauties Incorporated came about. But through that education system, didn't think I was smart enough. But I went to IU, was accepted, and then joined the athletic training program. And out of 18 kids, I was the only one that was African American female. And then, I was on the dean list twice. So here, this little girl who thought that she's not smart enough actually had to dig deep
Mhm.
realized that she was, and believe in herself, that she was actually intelligent enough to do what she was created to do.
Okay, Indiana University, Bloomington,
Mhm.
received your Bachelor's of Science in Kinesiology. I hope I pronounced that.
Kinesiology, yes, sir.
Kinesiology, okay.
Yes, yes.
And then while you were in college, you requested to join the National Society of Collegiate Scholars and was listed on the Dean's List with determination. And while on a second deployment to Afghanistan, she later received her Master's in Business Administration from Indiana Wesleyan University in 2016.
And that was hard. That was hard work because you had 2 children, husband. Just came back from deployment. Actually, a little while I was in Afghanistan trying to complete that.
Right.
Internet is not the best over there, but I did what I could, and the teachers were hanging out, pushing me along as well. And honestly, I look back at that and I say, if God was not there, I don't know what I would have done.
Okay. I think we're about due for a little break. When we come back, we want to talk about what is the idea behind Beauties Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to start it,
Mm-hmm.
and talk about what you're doing. You've got an event coming up here pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
And we need to talk about that. Her website is proudbeauties.org.
Yes.
And if you would like to ask Regina some questions or something, you can text us. Our text line at 797979. And keyword is Jazz City, all one word. And we can use that. And we can just use that and leave a space and then ask Regina what you need to want to know. So we're going to open up the lines, and if you have a question about this, please do, by all means. We'll be right back. This is Cityscapes. I'm your host, Steve Scrapper Brown. Oftentimes on Jazz City Radio on Saturdays, but we do this as for fun, and we always have a good time doing it. We'll be right back. With your host, Steve Scrapper Brown, and today we have Regina Warren of Beauties Incorporated, a not-for-profit, mentoring young ladies 9 to 13. Mm-hmm. If you'd like to ask Regina questions, you have 797979, which is our text line. You just put in Jazz City in the message box space and then ask your questions. You are live on Facebook, and your website is proudbeauties.org, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So tell us more about what's got you to start Beauties Incorporated, and what promoted it? What started that?
Yeah.
And tell us about it. And then we need to talk about your launch party coming up.
Upcoming event. So Beauties Incorporated was a passion of mine for many years. And it was a concept that really originated from just wanting to educate and go back to the girls and say, hey, this is what I went through. This is how I did it. Not that I'm perfect. I don't think anyone is, but here's some lesson learned. Here's where my failures came in, and this is what I learned. These are the lessons from that. And so that's what Beauties Incorporated is about. Yes, we focus on self-esteem. Yes, we focus on self-worth. But I realized that these girls have gifts in them. Mm-hmm. They have God-given talents. And at this tender age, from 9 to 13, there's some, distractions.
Right.
Peers, and, of course, the girls loving the boys, and, trying to figure out where they're at between, just girl to girl. So I want them to start focusing on their gift. And I think there's magical things there. And so that's where Beauties Incorporated comes from. These young queens, I think, have a lot of gifts. And I want to bring them out. So we focus on faith, grace, and style. That's our 3 pillars. Faith, taking the negative emotion out of the truth. Yes, you got to go to school. Yes, you need to follow what your parents or guardians are telling you to do. Is not all bad, but understanding that God has given those that village for you for a reason. Right. And then grace. So grace, how to go through a situation. You're gonna have fights, and there's going to be things that are going to come up against you, but it's your consequences that you have to watch for. So going through those issues with grace, and then style. So whatever style, I don't care, short, tall, big, whatever it is, long, short hair, it doesn't matter. God created you, and He does not make any mistakes. So we take that style that you have, and you just grow into that. You don't make excuses for that.
Okay. Question I have 2 granddaughters. Yes, I'm that old. I got 2 granddaughters. And I have a grown daughter who is doing very well for herself. But I have young granddaughters. Okay, we all have young granddaughters here. So, my question to you is, how do you deal with what I would call the new normal, where we see young ladies walking down the street. They're wearing what looks more or less like pajama bottoms, and they just got a t-shirt on maybe. And their hair is in a maybe a wrap or a scarf, and they are wearing maybe mismatched socks. And the different color socks. I understand this is the thing now. Mitch made socks, and then they've got the Nike slippers on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, honestly, I think that's from not just accepting the norm, but a lot of hope. I think it's the loss of hope. So if I feel as if no one really cares for me anyway, why would I care? Why would I get dressed? Why would I take my hair down? And why would I, But honestly, it's us looking at everybody else to validate us. I think that and just for me, let me just take for me, the reason why I don't walk around with, the slippers on now, I like my flip-flops, but I still like to look nice in what I wear. But I think that if I have more pride in myself, and I see and I look in the mirror and I say, God made me the way I am, it's okay if my hair is natural or if it's straight, and actually my hair is natural right now, it's straight down. But I still take care of myself because all of this is a temple. So to answer your question, what do I think about that? I think that if they realize the gift that they have inside of them and that God is in them, and that they don't have to be lazy with their temple, and they'll be fine. Yeah. Now you're not gonna feel like doing your hair, and everyone can't go to the salon every day and getting your nails done. But there's nothing wrong with a little grooming and a little taking care of what God gave you.
So, is this part of Beauties Incorporated?
Yes.
Is this part of what you're mentoring them and you're telling them, this is what you need to do? Correct?
Right. Yes. This is how you carry yourself. Enjoy who you are. The only way I could do the many things that we talked about earlier was just because I love what I was doing in every situation that I put myself into. There's some things that I did not like, but again, that's one of the pillars we talk about in Beauties Incorporated, which is grace, going through those trials and tribulations, because it's going to happen. So yeah, we do talk about all of that, the mentoring. And again, go to www.proudbeauties.org, and then it goes over the whole program as well. We do theme-based program, and so every year it's a summer program, 7 weeks, every Saturday and Sunday. And we just focus and talk on those things. We have different speakers come in. We have an internal book club, because I think intellect is also a part of that, not just physical. So that's what we focus on.
So tell us a little bit about this launch party.
Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited because it's been in a pilot format, and again, I've had the concept for a very long time, and I really appreciate a church that allowed me to bring some of this to light. But this launch party is special for me. It's very highly anticipated. We're going to have 3 motivational speakers, performers from Diamond Divas to Cheer Impact. Also a band, a girls band. I'm excited for them to come out. KOM Band. And then we'll have other sponsors there, other internet radios, things like that. Just media, people who are showing that they support, and I thank you for allowing me to come on here today.
Yeah, we need to, as I said, this is something that I heard and it was appropriate for the day, it being Martin Luther King's birthday. It was a breakfast, and it was quite the story that you told was quite interesting. It was quite interesting, and I felt that this was something that people need to hear.
Right.
Especially those who have daughters, granddaughters, young daughters, granddaughters, preteens.
Right.
Yes, because I mean they're very impressionable at that age, correct?
Right. And so in Beauties Incorporated, I focus on the internal flame. A lot of times we look outward, and we're shut down from negative, what have you, other principles that are out there. And a lot of times I think the girls need to focus in and see how great they are on the inside.
Correct.
So this launch party is February 23rd. It's going to be at the YMCA Ursay downtown. The address is 430 South Alabama Street, downtown. And so it's going to be awesome. It's February 23rd from 7 to 9.
Okay.
And then donations of a certain amount will receive the VIP dinner. You can get a lot of that information and actually register for that event on Eventbrite. And then the tagline is Beauties Incorporated.
I see. So, why don't we take a little break, and
Okay.
we'll be right back. This is Cityscapes. I'm your host, Steve Scrapper Brown, with Regina Warren, mentor, founder of Beauties Incorporated. Be right back. We're back to Cityscapes, and I'm Steve Scrapper Brown, and we're here with Regina Warren, founder of Beauties Incorporated, and founder of this is a fabulous mentoring program for young ladies 9 to 13 years old. Now, Regina, let's talk about this professional thing here. Regina Warren is a solution-oriented business professional with 17 years of experience within the federal service, including project management, finance, accounting, and strong skills in workforce budgeting and administrative tasks to resolve complex issues. Okay, now we get down to this next thing, and you're an artist. So let's talk about this.
So professionally, I think everyone goes into the workforce with, I gotta have a job. So what I tried to do was use a lot of the skills that I received from the military. I joined right out of high school, became a finance soldier, and so I had some of the skills to join the professional workforce. I went to a government center on the east side of town. And then, from there, I learned a lot while I was in there. Just people skills, administrative skills, but then also professional. So professional in the fact that, dealing on a higher GS level, which is the rankings that they have there. And I was blessed to have that ability, so it took that military push. It took going to college, yes, and then I had the ability to come in at a higher level in the GS scale. And honestly, I think it was the favor of God, because I had no idea what I was doing. But when I got there, I had to realize, okay, I can do this. It took the will of God to say, I can do this. So, and then, what I did? I learned. I just learned, and I applied what I learned, and then I grew. That's where the project management came from. That's where, operations officer, and now Beauties Incorporated.
Of course, we have young ladies who are involved in a lot of different things. Now, ideas as far as your non-traditional doctors, lawyers. Do you have maybe some insight on maybe some other different careers for young ladies? And we should have said military also, because it is outside of the, sometimes I guess you would say, the drawbacks of it. It is a very good motivator and a very good discipline to organize your thoughts and make you more of an organized person. So you want to give us a little bit,
with some of the professions that are available. So just starting off with project management. I think a lot of women, we were created for to be, a helpmeet. So you're equipped with a lot of different managerial skills. We have a lot of assistant type skills, and then not only that, but we have a lot of CEO based skills. So I mean, that could take you from owning your own cleaning agency. You can create that as an entrepreneur. You could maybe entrepreneur is not your fit. Maybe you are a strong helper. So project management, coordinating things. If fashion is what you want to do, yes, creating and designing things, but also looking at the operational side of things. How do I market? So those are different occupations that you could have. Right. All that good stuff. I love marketing and operations myself. Yep.
Okay, so these are some of the things that you put into your, I guess you call it curriculum for
yes.
as for Beauties Incorporated.
Yes.
So we got to remind everybody. Your website is
www.proudbeauties.org.
Okay.
It's all one word.
And let's talk a little bit. Let's tell them once again about your launch party coming up here.
Yes, the launch party is February 23rd, 7 to 9. It's a free event. All guests must register via Eventbrite. And then VIP donors are going to receive a dinner catered to them as well. So as you go on Eventbrite and make that contribution, I will personally say thank you. And then also serve you dinner. But because you're supporting such a great organization. Beauties Incorporated is a non-for-profit for young girls ages 9 to 13. And we cultivate just the God's gift in each of those girls. One, they're going to grow and give back to the community, and that's what I promote. And so, yes, this launch party is the start of that. February 23rd, 7 to 9.
Right,
it's going to be at the YMCA Ursay, downtown.
Okay. Success stories. Do you have done this long enough to have a success story too?
Yes. So I also do individual mentoring. So this is more of a group mentorship, but individual based. I have a young lady now. I love her. She right now is actually accepted into one of the agencies, talent agencies. I'm very proud of her, Haley. I think that she's doing a really great job. Her mother is amazing, but I think her sitting down and really focusing on to her gifts. She's only 9, and I'm very proud of her. But yeah, she was accepted to a talent agency. That was what she wanted to do. We worked together a couple of times, and actually she's going to be in the show on February 23rd.
I see. So, sounds like this is going to be quite an event. How does one get in touch with you as far as maybe getting their daughter, granddaughter, great-granddaughter into your program?
Yes, so of course at the launch party we'll have a lot of that information too, so coming out to that launch party, but you can now go to that website www.proudbeauties.org, or you can email me at proudbeauties@gmail.com. And then again, I want to spell Proud Beauties, which is PROUD, Beauties, BEAUTIES. So proudbeauties@gmail.com, or again the website at proudbeauties.org. And then those are really great ways to reach out to me. So I also do modeling and acting too. So as you see me out there doing actress, yes, modeling and acting, yes. I actually do hosting as well. A couple of hosting events that I've done thus far.
I see. Lady of many hats. Yes. I see. Yes. Okay. Regina has developed into an experienced talent with various organizations such as dance teams, beauty camps, cheerleading teams, freelance modeling, and curling, and as an actress model with, can I say it? I can say it, can I? I can say it. Helen Wells Agency. Okay.
Yes,
talent agent. Woo. Let's take a little break, and we'll come back and we'll wrap this up, and we'll have more about Beauties Incorporated with Regina Warren, who is our guest today. This is Cityscapes, and don't forget you can send us messages, you can send us questions at 797979, keyword Jazz City, all one word, and then space, and then fire away. Okay, this is Cityscapes. I'm your host, Steve Scrapper Brown, here with Regina Warren of Beauties Incorporated, a not-for-profit mentoring program for young ladies 9 to 13 years old. So, Regina, let's talk a little bit more about your program. Tell us more about your program.
Yeah, so Beauties Incorporated has 3 pillars. We focus on faith, grace, and style. Okay, so faith, to redirect negative emotion to the positive truth. Okay, grace, the ability to go through situations, trials and tribulations, understanding that our consequences are based off of our choices, right? So you have the choice to make. And then also style. I don't care if you're short, tall, dark, whatever it is, white, black, it doesn't matter. The fact is God does not make a mistake. So embracing that style and using that to your advantage, because that's why he has these gifts that he's given us. And so we celebrate God's gift in young ladies. So the program starts June 2018, and I have a launch party coming up now, February 23rd. You can sign up at that event, at the launch party. If you would like to sign up immediately, you can go to the website, www.proudbeauties.org. And then there you can sign up, you can venture around, read more about the program. But each summer, it's a 7-week program, and it's theme-based. We focus on self-esteem, yes, self-worth, unwavering self-esteem, because that's important too, and just those type of specifics. I also give individual classes as well. A lot of girls learn a little bit when it's one-on-one, so I do that time out for that direct mentoringship. And so that's what the program is about. I'm really focusing on those girls to hone into their gifts that they've been given. That tender age between 9 to 13 is very important to kind of pull them back from the world that they're about to escape into once they hit their teenagers.
Yes.
So yeah.
So you've got a summer program coming up, correct?
I do. It does start in June. We have a big finale event at the end of that, and the girls are actually leading it. They learn leadership, they learn discipline, self-control during this program. And that's important because as things come your way, you have to understand, do I wave in the ocean or do I stand firm on what I believe in and what I would like to do in my life? So yeah.
Correct. So is there anything you want to add? Let's once again, let's give them your website.
Yes.
And let's give them your website. And also, let's talk about your launch party once again. And just kind of wrap this thing up. And this has been an absolutely informative, very inspiring hour. And I hope that all the mothers and fathers out there will take advantage of this. And those of you who have grandkids and granddaughters and great-granddaughters will take advantage of this. And I'll turn the mic over to you.
Yes. So the launch party is February 23rd. It's a Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's free for the public. All guests must register via Eventbrite. But those who donate, and depending on the donor amount, they receive a VIP dinner, special VIP dinner for those who do this donation. February 23rd, 2018, 7 to 9. It's going to be at the YMCA Ursay downtown. There's going to be performers from Diamond Divas to Cheer Impact to K&O M Band. And again,
all ladies band.
All ladies band. Well, it's not a ladies band; it's a youth band, but it's a lady performer. And I tell you what, everybody is ready to bring the best that they have. Of course, their talent, their gifts. And also a runway segment. I do want to give a shout out to Unique Creations for helping coordinate that runway segment that's going to be present there too as well. And then some of our other sponsors that are going to be there, and our 3 highly motivated speakers. So you can register via www.proudbeauties.org/events for that event coming up. And then the summer program starts June 2018. So I'm excited about all of this. I think it takes a village. And I appreciate you guys for allowing me to come in and sharing this with everyone.
And I'd like to say a shout out also to the Music Diva for introducing us and getting us together. And I'm going to send a shout out to her. Also, Marjorie Tucker. So I want everybody to understand, talk about Beauties Incorporated, a nonprofit by Regina Warren, who is the founder a mentoring program for ladies, young ladies, 9 to 13. And you're going to have we're going to talk about that February 23rd date.
Yes.
Because we're going to really got to drill it in everybody because we want you to be highly successful with this.
It's going to be a great event.
And proudbeauties.org is your website.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, just a little bit, talk about that February date once more so everybody will.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, you have 3 highly motivated speakers coming out talking about the event, also why it takes a village. That's another thing, too, and why we all need to work together in this community with the things that are happening in our environment as we speak. So this launch party is meant to bring all together, help us all understand the truth, and then also to celebrate Beauties Incorporated. Beauties Incorporated is a not-for-profit targeting ages 9 to 13, and we cultivate natural beauty that's already within them. We celebrate God's gift in them. So the event itself is February 23rd. 2018 from 7 to 9 at the YMCA Ursay downtown. 3 highly motivated speakers. You have performers. You have sponsors. And so I'm excited about this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And they can also reach me if you would like to ask any questions. proudbeauties@gmail.com.
Okay. proudbeauties@gmail.com. So, okay, wrap this up. We'd like to thank Regina Warren for coming in and sharing with us for Cityscapes. Also, we'd like to let you know that since this is Black History Month, we do have the Center for Black Literature and Culture, and we know you're gonna have a field day. Yeah, field day for that, and it's at 40 East St. Clair Street here in Indianapolis, the Central Library. Everybody should go and see this. This is literature. It is culture. It is film. It is music. All that is rolled up into one. And we're going to have this young lady who is we say curator of this. We're going to have her on the show once. So everybody should check this out. The Center for Black Literature and Culture, and it's 40 East St. Clair Street here in Indianapolis. Also, taking care of some station business here, talking about our Tuesdays at the top, at the Skyline Club, 36th floor of the One America Square building downtown, Ohio and Illinois Street. Eventbrite, tickets, eventbrite.com. They'll be February the 27th this month, $10. You have a great cash bar. You have a great menu to deal with. And I think it's probably going to be Mardi Gras influence because yours truly's Mojo Gumbo Band is going to be there, and we are going to take you to Nolens on that date. So get ready. We're going to have the beads. We're going to have the purple, green, and gold going on. We're going to have it all going. It's just going to be fabulous. Jazz, blues, soul, R&B, funk, all that great New Orleans gumbo all rolled up into one. That's Tuesdays at the top right here on Indianapolis at the One America Square building, 36th floor, Ohio and Illinois Street. Also, most importantly, we've got Jakeem Joyner and Brian Simpson coming here to, once again, the Skyline Club, March the 18th. 2 shows, 3:30 and 6:30. Tickets are $65 for general admission, and then VIP and limited, I would say the ambiance view. Because if you've never been up to Skyline, there is a great view of downtown Indianapolis. Those seats are $80 VIP, $85 VIP on Eventbrite once again. So, with all that in mind, I think I've covered everything. Let me see. Dinner. Oh, yes, we forgot. Dinner and concert is included. Dinner and concert and cash bar, too. So, all that's included into your ticket price. Okay. So I think I've really got it now. So let's get it. This has been Cityscapes. I'm your host, Steve Scrapper Brown, with Regina Warren of Beauties Incorporated, nonprofit for mentoring young ladies. And we will see you the 3rd Wednesday of this month. Once again, Cityscapes right here on Jazz City Radio, where every city is a jazz city. Jazz City Radio, bringing the world just a little bit closer. one song at a time. Thank you so much, Regina.